right, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Sash, and it's your boy.
It's your boy. Oh, why you trying to speak for me already?
Yeah, I say it's your boy. I ain't
Nah,
even
you
say
right.
it.
It's your boy Odo, man.
All right, it's your boy Otis in the building, Cocho.
Not too many like me. You know?
All right, not too
Too
much.
many like me.
All right, y'all. So welcome back to episode 2 of Things of That Nature, y'all. We bringing it in, like we bringing the heat to you, like we
Facts.
not we not playing.
I get keeping Nathan.
All right, so you already know what time it is.
It's time to grow.
It's time to grow.
Take
All right,
your time.
y'all. So this episode, we're going to be talking about self. So, like, investing in yourself, whether that be spiritually, relationship-wise, health, mental health, etc. So, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So, what does investing in yourself look like?
Investing in yourself, it mainly looks like you spending time with yourself, first and foremost, and you working on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So just like with any investment, one, you must put time into it, whether it's 20 minutes, whether it's 20 days, regardless of what it is, you must put time into that investment in order to reap something from that investment. That's the first thing, whether it's your health, physical, mental, spiritual. That's the first thing. After that, depending on how much time you invested will depend on what your outcome is. So if you have do the work, you're going to get a half done outcome. So if you overdo your work, you're going to get an overdid outcome. Underperform, same thing. So that's the biggest thing in what investing looks like for self. So what does it look like for you?
Investing looks like balance for me. So, like, I'm investing in not just one part of myself, but in every area that I feel like that I want to invest, and I'm trying to invest in those things. Because also you have to understand that each part needs a certain percentage. Each part needs a certain tending to. So you got to do. That's just like with the example when it comes to self. For me, like, investing in myself almost looks like a stock. So I'm doing research on it first. I'm seeing what this area needs and what it's about and different things, and then I'm like, okay, what do I like, what I don't like? I'm researching myself, finding out what I like, and then once I research it, I'm like, okay, do I want to risk this and put this investment in?
Right.
Because whatever I invest is what I get a return on investment.
Facts.
So I gotta be smart with where I invest more of my time to, less of my time to, an equal amount of my time to, because once that return on investment comes back, I can't be mad at what comes out of it, because guess what? If I invested $2 over here, but I'm investing $10 over here, and the one that's $2, it grew more than the one that was 10. Now I know, hey,
can't do that.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
So it's, for me, it's trial and error, but it's also like taking my time to evaluate each area to see what it needs. And
because every investment is a risk, though. Whether it's working out, whether it's relationship wise, regardless of what you do, every investment is a risk. So which means you're not guaranteed anything from it. You're not guaranteed a result from the gym. You're not guaranteed a result from a relationship. You're not guaranteed a result from yourself because it's a risk.
Yeah. And you can't solely focus on the result, because if you keep focusing on the result, like when you go to the gym or when you go to, you keep focusing on results, it's not going to make them come no faster. It's not going to make them come no quicker. But you have to enjoy the journey and the process of while it's investing. Because I've had people tell me, like, when you do invest in the stock, don't keep going to look at it. Yeah, go look every now and then, but don't keep looking at it, because you sit there and watch it. Because I know people that sit there and watch it.
Yeah.
So let it once you put it in there, hey, let it grow.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm not telling you not to water it. Let it grow. Like, let it do what it do. Come back every now and then, water it. Put a little sunlight on it. But don't. You can overwater a plant. You can overtend a plant. So you gotta see and find balance in how much of that thing you need.
Facts. So, a question that everybody wants answered, that everybody's gonna ask: how does investing in a relationship looks like? 'Cause you know them questions that they've been asking us So how does that look like?
How does that look like? Or what does that look like?
What does that look like? See, you already there. See? Or what does that look like?
What does that look like? For me, okay, let me say from a romantic relationship standpoint first.
Got you.
Romantic for me would mean first making time for that person. You put in effort, like even in your busy schedule, you still taking time to date that person. You still taking time. Y'all doing weekly or check-ins on how are you? And I think one thing I had to learn that's a big thing for me to really, really put down a good investment on my relationship is for me to make sure that I'm not just only asking that person, how are you? But how are you mentally? How are you physically? How are you emotionally? I'm going into. I want to know a little bit more detail because me just saying how are you, like I'm good. But if I ask you, how are your values? How are your morals? Are they still intact? How are you feeling? How are you mentally?
Okay.
It's parts to it. Because it's like mentally I might be straight, but physically I'm tired.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just making sure that I'm taking the time to really, really ask those questions like that. Another thing investing looks like, when you're investing in a relationship, it's best that you also invest in you. Because if you're not investing, you can't invest in that relationship.
For sure.
Because if you're not good, but then also you have to understand that sometimes investing requires sacrifice. So it's a lot of things that you're going to sacrifice for that relationship that, I'm not saying sacrifice your goals and your dreams, but you compromise for that person. Which means that y'all sitting down saying, well, I got class this day. Well, I don't have class that day. Well, whenever you finish class, then we can meet up. Okay, that's fine. We can have it. Like, you compromising to the point where you're still making time, still making that effort, and making that person feel wanted. Another way that I say you invest also is letting down your guard and letting down your barriers. Little by little. I'm not saying
just don't just drop it. Like,
don't dive in.
Right. Yeah, don't just, you feel me? Because you're going to be hurt.
Just, put one foot in front. Almost like a baby learning how to walk.
Right.
Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. Y'all don't know about that. That's how I learned how to walk.
That's how you learn how to walk?
That's what I'm talking about. It's a song, like a movie where they was like, put one foot in front of the other.
Ain't no way.
You'll be walking the floor.
Ain't no way. Yeah. I know you failed a couple times.
I mean, we all do.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, too. Investing looks like being okay with the fact that you're going to have conflict.
Facts.
You're going to have it. It's going to come. But investing looks like also implementing healthy communication. So even though we're having that conflict, we're still able to have a mature conversation.
Facts.
Also, investing looks like, and I know people going to be like, investing looks like finding a balance between you being outside or going out with your friends and still making time for that person.
Come on now.
Because outside going to always be there.
That person?
They might not always, their schedule might not always be open.
Right.
So you hanging out with your friends that ain't with nobody right now. I'm not telling you not to have your own life, because definitely go on girls' trips, definitely do stuff. But also remember that you have to carry yourself in a respectful manner when you are with someone. So investing looks like upholding yourself in a certain way, but also still having your own life, still have your own, and then give that person their space to have their own life too. Let them go hang out with the boys. Let them go play the game. But when y'all come together, still make time for each other. Investing also looks like investing in y'all future. So when you're getting with someone and you want to actually build an extra future with this person, you're sitting down saying, okay, how you want the bills to go? How do you want to do this? What kind of house you want? How many kids do you want?
Right.
What are your goals? How you plan to get to those goals? Because I feel like you can ask a person, okay, what are your goals all day? What are your dreams? But how do you want to get there?
Right.
You got like
how can
I help you get there? And so that's another thing too. Like, you got to be that person's purpose partner, making sure you're holding them accountable to their dreams. So investing also looks like being held accountable and holding that person accountable. So I know your purpose and I know what God put you on this earth to do, and I'm gonna hold you accountable for it. I'm not telling you be that person, mom or daddy.
Right.
No. I'm saying holding that person accountable and saying, hey, I know that's not you. I need for you to lock in before I tweak out.
Lock in before I tweak out.
Lock in. So just making sure that when you're with this person that whatever it is that they want to do, it becomes a part of what you like. It's a priority for you too, because you want to make sure that they're living out their purpose.
Facts.
So outside of the love part and the dating part, you still want to make sure that that person as an individual is investing in themselves, and you're investing in yourself. Because when y'all come together, both of them investments that y'all put in together, worth a lot of money. There's a lot of value in that, because people can't come between that, because it's so much value that has been put in that foundation and the relationship, to the point where it's like outside stuff
don't even matter.
Because y'all creating your own world. Y'all creating your own stock market together. Putting in.
Creating your own stock market. I like that.
You both putting in.
Use that.
I feel like investing relationship like both of y'all putting in.
Facts.
But then also, now this is going to get some people, because I know sometimes you get mad at your partner. You be like, I'm taking my money out. I'm selling it. No. Investing in a relationship looks like, even when you don't feel like putting in, you still putting in.
Right.
I'm talking about you mad, but you still get up and cook the next day. Still cooking breakfast, like, because that's y'all routine. You don't switch up the routine because of the fact
because you upset. Right.
It looks like I'm still making sure you good, even when we on bad terms. I'm still choosing you, even when we on bad terms. I'm still making sure that we ain't going to bed mad. You coming to lay in this bed, you're not going to lay on the couch. You know what I'm saying?
You can't do it.
Now you gonna take a little drive, but you coming back home.
Take a little drive is crazy.
You come back home. We both need a little, but
us men are known for taking that drive. Well, I'll hop in that car at 9:30, come back at 9:35. I'm okay. All right, we good.
Yeah, like,
had to go ride around the city.
It just looks like y'all both pouring in. It's almost like y'all pouring into a cup together. And even when it, you know what I'm saying, to get to its limit, all right, you put that cup, get another cup, keep pouring. Right. And you keep pouring until y'all might got jars and stuff for days, to where days you don't have it, you go back to the cups.
Exactly.
And you pour into that cup. Because at the end of the day, it's a continuous thing. So I feel like investing in a relationship is continuous. People think once you get with that person, you done investing. No.
That's when the investment starts. Really.
Once you get married, you done investing? No. Like, it's a continuous process. Now with friendships and relationships, it's different.
Facts.
It's kind of the same, because they say friendships kind of help you navigate towards your relationships.
And that's true.
Because you want your person to be your friend, your best friend. Because if y'all not friends, I think I heard somebody say this on a podcast. Best friends don't break vows.
Facts.
Because I'm thinking about, this my friend, I can't do my friend like this.
Facts.
But if you just basing it off who we lovers, okay, you ain't always just gonna be lovers. But this my friend, this my dog. I can't do you like this.
Right.
That's gonna be your mindset throughout the relationship, throughout the marriage. Like, can't do this no matter what temptation out there. Like, this my dog, like, I do anything. I can't do it.
Yeah, that's
so true. What does investing in relationships look like for you?
Well, investing in a relationship, to me, is one, most importantly, you got to invest in yourself before you can invest in a relationship, right? So, because the relationship is going to reflect how you treat yourself. So if you have investing in with you, you're going to have do it with a relationship. Or if you overdo it with a relationship, it's because you're overdoing it with yourself. So I say first is, like I said with everything, you got to know who you are, invest in yourself. And two, investing in a relationship is understanding that it's a risk. It might not work.
You got to be okay with it.
Right. And you have to be at a place with yourself where you're like, okay, if it don't work, I'm cool.
Yeah. And see, if you're not in that place.
If you're not in that place, you shouldn't be in a relationship. Right. Like, you still in it. Still on episode 1. You feel me? So you got to go back watch episode 1. And you got to watch part 2, episode 1. Then come here. You feel me? But come when you ready. Don't come just because you seen it. Like, seen it, marinate it, let it run its course. Now you show up. Yeah. But it's a risk. Like, it's understanding, okay, am I at a place where if I go to shoot my shot and it get blocked, do I pout on the bench or do I continue to play the game? Because if you're going to pout, then you should have never took the shot in the first place. So it's one, understanding, are you capable enough to take a shot? If you're capable enough to take the shot and it goes your way, you got to understand you just open up a whole new door. Because now you got compromising. You got to, you feel me, teamwork.
Feelings involved, yeah.
Right, you have to be willing to listen. You got to be So all these things that you do for yourself, you not have to do for someone else.
Yeah.
So
So it's not just about me.
Right. It's about
We.
us.
Yeah, nah.
And it ain't me versus them or me and them. It's
me, us
it's
versus
us.
the problem.
It's us versus whatever we got going on the whole time, every time. So then once you get to that stage, that's when it's like, okay, the investment truly kicks in, because the investment doesn't happen when you take the shot. That's that's a risk, and you can it's easier to take the shot than to actually play with the team. So once you start playing with the team, you gotta understand, all right, how do I get them the ball? How do I keep them? It's like being a point guard. Or truly, it's like being a coach. Or being in a relationship is like being a coach.
Y'all watch Swagger.
You feel me? It's like, that's why they call me coach. Oh, it makes sense. It makes sense. But being in a relationship is like being a coach. Like, you got to understand, okay, how does my point guard feel? How does my shooting guard feel? How does my overall team feel?
Because not
Right.
just about this. There's no star player in this. It's
Right.
Y'all both matter.
Right. And even, like, for example, if I'm in a relationship with this girl, she's considered my point guard, then, my other players are my team, like my friends, my family, my goals, my aspirations. So that's what I mean by, like, you being a coach. You got to be able to dictate all of it, not just how it is with her, but how is it with your homies?
Yeah.
How is it with your goals?
How's it
Like,
for her family too? Like,
Right.
You gotta understand outside of that person plays other roles.
facts.
They are a friend, they're a sister, they're a brother, they're a cousin. They have other people that are counting on them.
Exactly.
So you have to be willing to give them and support them in whatever way they need in that season of their life that they're in. And then also when they come in with the family that they come in, the friends you taking them people too. They become
Our peoples become your peoples.
and vice versa.
So
Be ready for that.
yeah, so that's why it's like it's a risk, because you may be with this one person, but then you see their family, you're like, is it worth the risk still? Mm-hmm. So that's what I mean by, like, the whole thing. It's always gonna be a risk, even when you take the shot. If you make the shot and miss, risk.
A family may not like you. His family may, his mama be like, nah, baby, you ain't the one. But he like, ma, like, for me, she the one.
Right.
So you gonna stick it out, or you gonna let his mama,
Yeah, you gotta. That's why you gotta know yourself. 'Cause if somebody can turn you away from your from your partner, then you gotta either ask, was that really my partner, or do I value this person's opinions over my own?
Yeah.
Right? Because if you value somebody else's opinion over your own opinion, that's a problem. It's okay to do it sometimes, because sometimes, my mom been looked out for me plenty of times, but it's sometimes I gotta say, you know what? I know my mama told me that, but I gotta value my opinion. And it got me places. It helps and hurt me. Her opinion helps and hurt me. So you gotta just get to that point with yourself where you value yours. So
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? I got some slight in the bag. Some slight.
Okay, so how do you know when to put, like, your all in versus, like, little by little?
I feel like you don't. I feel like you'll never know when to go all in versus when to not go all in. That's just something you look in the mirror and decide that day, right? And my mindset is, given enough information, I would rather go all in than not. Because if I go all in and it's worth the risk, it's worth the risk. If I go all in and it's not worth it, I get my answer, right? So it's kind of like, I see it like, if you're going to wait, then you're kind of just, if the Lord tells you to wait. I'm not going to, don't value my opinion over the Lord, because the Lord, he got the first one every time. Mm-hmm. But if he tell you to wait. But the Lord telling you to move, make sure you move.
Right.
Right? Like, don't move with fear if the Lord tell you to move, because he knows your answer. And he knows that you can handle whatever answers he's about to give you. So
be ready for the answer too. May not be what you want.
And if it ain't what you want, you just, if you're going to, go to that healing phase and go hit the OG up. And, we got to talk about this one. Mm-hmm. And, just allow yourself that space to, gotta let it out.
Let it out. For me, I agree. But at the same time, I feel like it's something that comes with the timing and the process of the relationship that you're in, or friendship either. So, like, you get to know this person, like, oh, they cool, Then it's just like out of nowhere, y'all just start sharing things that
Facts.
you never thought you would share. Like,
Facts.
like personal stuff, funny stories, like whatever. It's little stuff. So it may start out with the, funny, embarrassing stuff.
You know I'm gonna do it.
Oh no, you're not talking. Scratch. Okay. It may start off with like the funny, embarrassing stuff, then move to like the
More serious stuff.
I'm telling you my trauma, things
Right.
that I've been through, but how I overcame that stuff. Not for you to use it against me now, because we got to understand that too. I think that's a reason why a lot of us kind of be like, ooh, I don't know if I should put my all in, because it's like, if it don't work, are you gonna use everything I told you against me?
Yeah.
Are you gonna leave me if I tell you this? Like, you know, so it kind of makes it iffy. But if you really, really love somebody, like you said, put it down. That's just like God. God really loved us. He sent his only son and was like, I'm giving you everything.
Go ahead. Like,
And then that one thing, it paid such a big price. He could have been like, no, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit.
right. I don't even know how that look.
I don't
though.
even know how that look from God, because God is
Give him
not.
the arm. Give him the arm. Like, I don't even know how that
I
look.
don't even know how that look. But he literally was like, here.
Yeah.
Even with the Bible, I'm giving you everything you need. Just look at that.
Facts.
And so, because that's just like we getting to know God. He really just be like, look, all I need from you. He even said, all I need from you is faith the size of a mustard seed. That's it.
And that's gonna move mountains. Mount Everest.
So if you decide, and I think it's a choice for yourself. You decide, okay, I'm gonna do little by little. But while you giving little by little, you seeing the results. You like, okay, this going somewhere. I like this, but don't. And I'm gonna say this because I've done it. Don't self-sabotage. Please
Come on now.
don't. Because we can block our own return on investment
Come on now.
by talking about some. Well, what if this and
What if it don't
that?
work?
What if it don't work? What if it don't go up? What if the stock go down? Okay,
You just lose your money, but you keep living.
you keep living. You keep moving. And yes, it's easier said than done, because I know it's hard. But once you go to the locker room, give yourself that pep talk, you come back out at the halftime.
Nah, fact.
It's time to go, boy.
Even if you down 30, like,
It's time to go.
you know.
It's time to get it. Because at the end of the day, I feel like the biggest thing for us that we have to really, really overcome is this right here.
Facts.
That right there. If you can overcome them thoughts, I think I heard somebody say he started going to the gym. He listened to no music while he was working out.
Yeah.
And he said the reason why he started doing that is because he felt like it was going to make him more mentally tough, because of the fact it helped him to get through his workouts and to overcome those thoughts like, dang, I'm tired. Dang, this not the last set, bro. I really shouldn't have did this. I really shouldn't have came to the gym today. Did I eat today? Just like thinking of so many thoughts. But
Yeah.
that's just like when people tell you sitting in a room by yourself with silence. And I think people keep TV and music going because it's like, I'm not in my head. But sometimes you gotta
get in your head.
gotta get in your head to overcome those thoughts.
Yeah.
But once you get out your head, then get into your life. Because now you gotta get into reality of, okay,
Facts.
this is what it looks like. Paint that picture, but you paint that picture with God. Let God be the painter. You just
Let him
allow
be
him.
the, you feel me? Let him be the paintbrush.
Let him be Picasso, and you just
sure.
allow him to lead and guide your hand in it, because he'll tell you, do this, then do that, then do this. But you gotta listen, and you gotta know when and where. So I say it's a choice. If you want to go in, put all in, know that it's gonna be a risk to that. You want to go in, put little.
It's a risk to
It's
that.
a risk to that. If you want to go in, put nothing. It's a risk to that.
Facts.
So you got to know that anything that you do is going to be a risk. It could be a good risk. It could be a bad risk. But any decision we make is going to come with consequences, whether it's a good consequence or a bad consequence.
Every time.
Every time. But you got to know when.
Right. So, how can investing in one area of your life benefit another?
That's a good one. I think we talked about it. Basically, like, you got it. Like, say, for instance, you are investing in your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're investing in your mental health, and you're taking time to make sure you're good. Make sure that you're taking mental health days where you're not doing nothing. You going shopping, you playing the game. You just doing little stuff for you.
Facts.
it helps with your relationships because then you're not so. I feel like when we allow the stress of life to come in, we start projecting to other people. There's been times where I've been stressed out about something else. My mama come and have a conversation with me. I'm like, what? And she like, who are you talking
Talk to like that, like tripping.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, 5 is crazy. Tighten up real quick.
I'm sorry, Mom.
What do you need, mother?
No, me.
So it's like you have to deal with that emotion and calm down. So I feel like your mental health can help with so many things. Not even just your mental health, but even when like you investing in your physical health. You
Facts.
feel good, you look good.
So you gonna tell yourself you feel good, you look good. Now you projecting.
That don't,
Man,
people
I feel
like,
good, I look good.
You need, hey, let's start going to the gym together. Like
Facts.
anything that you're doing for yourself, like you're gonna be like wanting that for other people. That makes sense. So like if I'm taking care of myself, you're gonna make sure like, hey, you taking care of yourself, you good? Like, are you prioritizing yourself? So if I'm prioritizing my mental health, then I want to make sure everybody else around me is prioritizing their mental health. They're investing in their mental health.
Right.
If I'm investing in going to the gym, I want to make sure everybody in my circle, they going to the gym too. Hey, we going on Wednesday? Say less. Like, what we doing? Like, what we working on today? Leg day is leg day. Let's go. So if I'm investing, now if I'm investing in my money, like I'm gonna make sure everybody around me, hey, you
got some money to the side. And,
Yeah.
hey,
you got money over here for your car and everything? Like, what's up? Like,
feel me?
Hey, you need help with this? Telling them about opportunities they can get to get that money, like getting that bread. So it's like investing in one area can really help not only just another area of life, it can help people in your life.
Facts.
Because it's like, I'm sharing this with you.
Facts.
But you also understand that you got to spoon feed certain people too. Don't be trying to force it down their throat like you got to take this. No. Little by little, here's a little tips on
Give them
finance.
the entree. You know what I'm saying?
Give them a little appetizer. Then come back. Be like, you ready
Right.
for, you ready to order?
Ready to order? You feel
Oh,
me?
okay. You ain't ready? I'll give you a few
Want
more
some more
minutes.
rolls? For sure. We'll bring
For
some more
sure.
rolls out.
But you got to make sure they ready for that.
Facts.
They ain't ready? Okay, I'll bring you some more water. And then we'll get back to it.
All right.
What you think, though? What's your take on it? Your thought?
My take. So I heard we was talking. We was talking about a Bible study, like on the side. Me and somebody else.
Missy,
And-
probably. I think you was talking to Missy afterwards.
It might have been, but we were saying like the 99. So you know how when you see somebody that you may like, you be like, nah, I'm not gonna talk to him today because you feel me? I ain't got it on, blah blah whatever. But you wait till you go put it on, so like that 1% version of yourself that they see, and it brought me to say like when you work on your physical health, it can dictate your mental, your spirit, your everything else, because now you feel like, okay, I feel better to approach this person on an off day. Well, we consider off day where I ain't got no fit on. Like we ain't always gotta have a fit on to go talk to somebody.
Girls, guys love when you're in a bunny, bitch.
Right. But it comes with one, like, understanding, spending enough time with yourself and, like, putting enough investing in yourself, let's say your physical or your mental or your spirit, to say, you know what, I don't have to look a certain way to go do something. So I say when it comes to investing in, like, other areas of your life, it's real important that you spend enough time doing, like, for example, for me, it'll be physical. So I got to make sure I spend enough time with my physical health, because that's going to dictate my mental.
For you. Yeah.
It's going to dictate a lot for my mental. And same with my spirit. If I ain't spending no time with the OG, man, forget needing a fit. I ain't gonna need nothing. I'm just right. I gotta go talk to God first. So it's just it'll boost your confidence, right? So it's like I spend time with God. I want to go to the gym now. I go to the gym. My mental feel better. Let me start working on my mental. And it all started with I spend time with God.
Right.
So they bounce around and they coexist with each other a lot. So
Okay.
you feel me?
So how do you feel like investing eventually generates more value?
Because people will hold you to a higher standard when they see that you invest in yourself, or they see that you invest, enough time or effort into something, right? Like if I spend a lot of time at the gym, if a certain person try to come talk to me, if a person that doesn't live this kind of lifestyle that I live, I'm probably gonna say no. And it's not because I feel like I'm better than you, or it's not because I don't see you that way. It's It has more to do with the investment I put on myself. Because I'm gonna put that the same investment that's on me. Like, if you don't have that kind of investment yourself, then you have to understand this is who I am. So if we do partnership, you can't expect me to not invest in what I've been investing in, because it works for me. So you got to like understanding that, one, whatever you invest in, that's what people are gonna hold you to the standard to. If I only invest in this gym and work out, people gonna think, yo, he's a musclehead, he's blah blah blah. If I invest in my spirit and I work my way up, or he's a godly man, or etc. So they're gonna hold you to that. They're gonna put you to a standard when they see it on you. But they gotta see your investment. And one thing I had to realize is, when it comes to everything besides physical, they're not gonna see that. You are. And what you see matters more than what they see. Because they only see, like we said, they only see that 1%.
Yeah, sometimes they can't see your investments.
Right. And sometimes the best investments are the ones they can't see. Because they can't sabotage them. And like you said, with self-sabotage, 99% of them investments, we done messed up. I messed up. Like when it came to my spirit with the Lord, it's me and the Lord. So when it came time, when I was struggling with sin, it was me. I was in the way.
Right.
I couldn't blame, the next person. It was just me. God looked at me like, yo, it's just you. You blocking you from me reaching me. You feel me? So I had to
blocking your blessings.
Right, I'm blocking my blessings.
You standing as a roadblock in the way people can't get.
And blaming Tim. I don't even know a Tim. I had to say a random name. Sorry, Tim. I'm blaming Tim. Tim, get out the way. And Tim looking like, bro, I'm behind you. And that's a lot of times how I feel like when it comes to investment, you got to realize that you are the biggest role, because you dictate the risk. You dictate taking it or not.
And you're all in or not.
And your attitude will dictate
your
attitude.
Your attitude dictates your altitude.
Your outcome. How you see your outcome, right? Because the Lord could tell me no, but if I got the right attitude, it's like, all right, that's a good. He looking out for me. But if I got the wrong, man, why you gonna tell me no? I really like that girl. So it's all in your attitude, right? Because without your attitude, who knows?
Yeah, and God's biggest thing is He's trying to elevate you. That's why I say your attitude dictates your altitude. So
facts. I thought you was trying to crack on me, so I was like, nah, bro, because you've been joking all day.
No, I was.
So that's why I cut it off. I'm like, nah, attitude.
Dropping gems. Man.
I'm just making sure.
Saying like my teacher used to always say this: your attitude dictates your altitude. So how far you go,
that's real though. Like
your character and your attitude and how you carry yourself, how you treat people. That's people look at that kind of stuff.
And they always will, too.
And they always will. People think, like, oh, they're looking at just how many degrees I got. Yeah, you can invest in your education. Not saying we not knocking education because you want to be educated, but you also got to invest in the other parts of yourself. Because if you be so focused just on one part of investing, you don't even realize, but it can consume you. Last night, I had somebody tell me that school was consuming them. That's all that she really knew. That's all she was doing. But see, that's why I said in the beginning, investing looks like balance.
Facts.
Because over here I might have to put 25%. But over here I may need to put a little more, put 35. But each area has to have some percentage of my time and some percentage of my investing. Because if it's 0% over here with me and God, and then I'm expecting all these other ones to keep. That's just like a battery charge. You're charging your phone. Yeah. And you expecting it to, like a fast charger, is not going to work. Because once you take the charge out, because there's a shortage in that charger. And because you hadn't checked to see if it was a shortage, you were so busy focused on, let me charge these other areas up. And God, like, hey, like, without me, them other areas not going to work.
Matter of fact, we're going to cut that off right now.
Yeah, and then you be like, God, why I can't do this? Why I haven't been able... Why I haven't been feeling like going to the gym? Well, you ain't been stopping by. You ain't been getting up showing no gratitude. You ain't been getting up. You feel me?
Spitting though.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, why this relationship seem like it's not working? Well, you ain't been talking to me, so I could have been helping you discern like this for you. And if it's for you, you and that person need to pray, because the devil really trying to attack what y'all got going on. So if you're not checking in first with God, like God should be the main investment. Your relationship, not even just that should be something intentional. And investments are intentional.
Oh yeah.
It got to be an intent behind it.
Yeah.
Because if it's not an intent, you're gonna feel like I'm just doing this, just
right. Regardless of the outcome,
and
you
stop,
don't like
and
it.
stop looking for what I can gain. Because success is not monetary, how much money you can make. It's how much value you bring.
Facts.
So if you're not bringing no type of value to people's lives, if you're not bringing no type of value into your own life.
Yeah. I started looking at my investments like, instead of what I can get, what can I give?
Right.
Because if I can give more, then that means, one, the Lord's I'm gonna be able to receive more because the Lord know I'm giving it.
Yeah.
And two, I'm not out here trying to get.
Yeah,
I'm
even
trying
in
to give.
relationships, when you're going into investing, it's not about what I can get from this person. It's about what can we build together.
Right.
Because you get your brick, I get my brick.
Facts.
But not know I'm sitting back while you building the house.
No, you better
Get you a hammer and a nail.
you feel me? Get you just put a hard hat on. Look like you working.
You get what I'm saying?
Just
You
look
support
like it.
on the side.
Right, just support. We may not want you to come out there and build, but put the hard hat on and cheer us on and bring us some water every now and then, you know?
And then I also think, like, when we're talking about just bringing more value, I feel like it brings more value to the people around you.
Facts.
Because of the fact that they see you doing something. They're going to want to support that. And then they may be like, well, let me try that. Because even if I'm with somebody that may not be on the same length as I am, I'm going to still continue to be that example. But when they ready, they'll slowly but surely, they might be like, hey, how you get that?
Facts.
And I'll be like, well, and when they ready to ask that question, I need to be ready to make sure I'm sitting down ready to get them that answer. Because it ain't got to be really raw, no gatekeeping. Like, I'm not going to lie, it wasn't easy to get here.
Facts.
It's still a continuous journey. Not saying, well, I got here from line, like just saying random stuff. Like, not saying, well, first, it was definitely God that got me here. Second, I mean, I really had to take time to sacrifice this and sacrifice that. But you have to understand, once you get that person that advice, they'll take it when they're ready. They'll use it and apply it when they're ready. Because it's been plenty of advice I done got.
You can't force people. You feel me? Can't force people to use your advice.
You can take a horse to the water,
but you can't make it
drink it.
Well, you can't make it.
So, I mean, it's been plenty of advice my mama done gave me. It's been plenty of advice I done got for people. Like, even with this podcast, people kept saying, start it.
Man, what?
And I was like, I will. But it took me, like, God really pushing me, being like, Sasha, like, go ahead. Like, don't be scared about how many views you're going to get. Don't be scared. You're using this podcast to bring value to people, to help people to become the best versions of themselves. So when it comes to investing overall, it's really just becoming the best version of yourself. But you also have to understand, before you get to that version, you got to already start walking like you in that version.
Facts.
So if you don't already start like, hey, I feel good. Like,
yeah,
I'm here. Like,
if you don't walk the walk, you'll never be able to talk. So,
and it can't be reversed. You can't just talk it and not walk it.
Can't talk it, right?
So you got
actions come before
words. You got to. So that's the really thing. But we're gonna give y'all a couple of main takeaways that we feel like. But we got some questions for y'all that we're gonna post on our story on the gram. So be ready to give us some of y'all answers and y'all perspective on these questions. So one question is, what's one thing you feel you could invest more time into? I'll say that one time for the people in the back. What's one thing you feel you can invest more time into? And you can be honest and open, or you can just keep it simple, and so you would just be like, me.
Period. Period. Post.
Period. And I can't do nothing but what? Support that, because guess what? We all got to do a little bit more investing into ourselves. Because sometimes we can forget investing in other parts. That's why you got to find that balance. And then the other question is, how do you invest in a relationship? I want to know y'all opinion, because, and it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be a family relationship. How do you invest in that while also still trying to invest in yourself? So how do you do that? Let me know, because we trying to grow too. We trying to know.
Me? Because y'all might have the answer to my situation.
What?
Or if a situation occur, y'all might have me an answer. So please don't gatekeep. Please don't gatekeep.
Come on now. So we're gonna give y'all the main takeaways.
Yeah. So one of the main takeaways today is one, you have to understand that investing will look different for everyone. How my homeboy works out, manage school, does his life will be completely different from how I work out, manage school, do my life. And that's okay with me. I can't take his blueprint and try to apply it with my tools, because I don't know what tools he has to build that blueprint anyway. So understanding that it's gonna take time. It won't look the same, like never, regardless of what it is, regardless how similar we may seem. The blueprint, the foundation might be completely different. So if they try to give you some advice, take everything. I'm not gonna say take it and run with it. Take it with a grain of salt. Say, okay, well, let me see. Go back, evaluate your time. Go back, evaluate. Your investment. Say, hey, does this fit in there? Because if it don't fit in there, just get rid of it. But if it fits in, see where it can fit and see if you can use it. If you can use it, roll with it. If you can't, get rid of it.
Second takeaway is investing takes time.
Facts.
I'm getting to you real and raw. That's what it is. Investing takes time. Like, it's not something like soon as you instantly put in that money on that stock, it's going to eventually come out to be a $1 million investment. No, it grows over time. So you got to be okay with investing $1 and allowing that dollar to grow. Investing in that relationship and then allowing it to grow. And allowing it to go through its process. Because if you get so caught up in the end result, you miss the journey. And people don't even realize it, but the journey is the destination.
Facts.
So, like, before you even get to the destination, like, you don't even realize, like, sometimes you'll forget that you're in prayers that you already prayed for because you're so caught up in, but I'm praying for this, but what about what you already prayed for?
Yep.
So, allow it to take its course. Allow God to drive and just sit back and be okay with the detours. Be okay with going off different exits than everybody else. Be okay with staying in your lane and moving over when God tell you to move over.
Facts. The last takeaway is probably one of the biggest ones. Understand just because you invest don't mean you will reap harvest. You might invest and you might lose. That's part of investment. For example, I invested in the AMC stock couple months ago and I lost 75% of my coins. That's part of the investment, right? I knew and the biggest thing with investment is you need to sit down with yourself and know the risk. The risk is 0%. You can get nothing or negative 100% where you lose everything. So you have to be careful of what it is that you're investing in and how much you're putting into it, because like you said earlier, you put too much time in everything else and not enough time with the Lord, then everything else will crumble and you're going to be, Lord, why everything else crumbling? The Lord's like, look, we ain't walked yet. We ain't moved. We sat here. I'm sitting right here beside you and you point over there. Look what they got. Look what they're doing. I want to do that. So you invest your time in that and the Lord like, yours is over here, but you kept looking that way.
Okay, they plate. You didn't even finish what's on your plate.
Right. You didn't even realize your plate came. So your food cold.
Until they worry about, ooh, what you got?
Right.
You order what you want to order.
Exactly. And that's the biggest thing. You order, like you just said, you order what you wanted. That's what you wanted. So I know, Lord, but I want it with, you want this. Mm-hmm. So what you wanted, you got, like you said, what you wanted, what you want. What you wanted. Hold on, we're going to cut that part out. Nah. What you wanted was what you once want.
What you once wanted?
What you want. Hold on.
So what you once wanted was what you...
What you wanted, right? Because this is what you wanted, but you didn't get it. It was what you once want.
Once want?
Once want. Man, you know what I'm trying to say, man.
Okay. Once upon a time.
We ain't gonna say no once upon a time. What you wanted. We gonna.
Was once upon a time what you.
I'm gonna get this out. What you wanted was what you once want. Because you want. Because listen, I know it sounds crazy.
Explain it.
Yeah, let me explain. Mm-hmm. Because you ordered it, which means you wanted it, right? Mm-hmm. And if you wanted, that means you.
Sometimes what you want, you realize it's not what you need.
Right, and it may not be what you need, but you don't know what you need by looking over there, right? And pointing at somebody else playing. Right, so you got to look up. Yeah. So that's why I say what you wanted. I'm gonna get this out the right way. What you wanted is what you once want, because you want that. At some point in time, you say, "Hey, I want that."
But wanted is the past tense.
Right, so wanted means you don't want it anymore. Yo, do you see where I'm going with this? Does this not make sense? So look, I want this.
Right.
They bring it out. I wanted this. Mm-hmm. but now I see what they have. But I still want it because that's what you ordered. So you wanted it, which means you had the wants.
Right.
Don't do that.
I hear you. I'm listening to y'all. Are y'all listening?
I mean, that's a tongue twister. What you want is what you want. What you hold on, I said it wrong. What you wanted is what you want.
All right.
I'm gonna use it,
and then somebody gonna use it.
Somebody gonna use it.
Also, y'all, you gotta understand that sometimes even the best investments fail.
Facts.
It's okay that they gonna fail. You also gotta remember that even if you didn't put in, you also gotta know even if you fail, you gotta learn from it. Okay, go back and reevaluate. Like you said, how can I move differently with this investment? What else do I need to put in this investment that's gonna cause it to do what it needs to do? But also understanding that even if I do go back and try again and it don't work out, asking yourself, am I gonna try again?
Ooh, me sit up.
Okay, all right.
Chill out.
It's all right, y'all. We're finna go eat because he doing too much. But all right, so we're finna get.
I'm doing.
We're gonna get into our last part of the show, which is our segment. You already know we gotta plant the seed. So, what is one area you feel like you need more nurturing in your investing part of your life?
I'm gonna say relationships. And by relationships, I don't mean like just intimate or like a love, romantic type thing. I mean more like my friendships, my homies. Make sure the guys straight, the gang. Just reaching out to them a little more, checking up on them, investing more time in them because they play a huge role in who I am today. So I can't, you feel me?
Shout out to the gang.
Shout out to my guys, man. So they play a huge role into who I am today and why I'm here today. So checking up on them more, just contacting them more. And it's been hard lately, but I ain't gonna, you feel me? No excuses when it comes to the game.
No excuses.
Nah, so checking up on them more.
Okay, one place that you're watering more.
One place that I'm watering is spending time with that OG. I'm always watering, finding ways to throw the OG in here, spending time with him. Just going to him first. I know we're big on tithing, like 10%. That's when I had to get better at tithing, not just monetary stuff, but time. Like that 10% of time, you can't get that back. I can get that money back. But that time that I spend, I can't get that back. So just spending a little more time in his presence, like even when tithing, is probably my biggest thing I've been.
Okay. So, and what area you feel like you're growing in your investing?
One area I'm growing, I'm going to say, just the self-investing, like with mental and physical. I know I'm growing in those ways. I've been spending a little more time in situations that, target my mental, that target my, that target my mindset, make me work on my mindset and make me work on my mental. And it's been leading me back to the OG, which has been affecting my physicals. So, and that's been helping me with the gym and all that. So the mindset has definitely been my growing part for sure. Okay. What about you? What's your growing? I'm asking you backwards though.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Growing, I would definitely say balance is what I'm growing more in. So knowing how much to invest here, how much to invest there, find that balance instead of like allowing like one area to drain me so much to the point where I can't even invest in the other part. But I'm trying to find ways that I can still make sure that I'm good so that I can invest in all the areas of my life, whether it be my relationship with God, my friendships, school, my mental health, my physical health, things like that. So just finding that balance and when to invest and how to invest with everything.
Okay. So what's your nurturing?
Ooh.
Yep.
I feel like I need nurturing more in relationships, period. So romantic, family, friends. Because sometimes I can get so caught up in life that I forget.
Facts.
And I got to realize that even just a simple, hope you having a great day, a simple
long way.
a simple calling my grandparents like, hey, how y'all doing? Checking up on them, it means the world to them.
Facts.
So, or calling my mom, being like, hey, mom, how was your day today? Calling, yeah, just even with my friends, checking up on them every night. No, we ain't got to talk every day, but
Facts.
Still checking up on them and making time, because people don't want to feel like that they're a burden.
Yep.
People don't like feeling like that they are not a priority or that they're not being valued.
Yeah. And so the last would be your watering.
What am I watering more? Definitely, I would say my relationship with God. I'm talking about pouring all the water I could pour on that.
Sometimes I overwater that plant. I mean, I just let the water sit.
Let the water sit.
Let it sit until it's soaked. Ain't no lie.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to pour it all in with the Lord.
Oh my Lord. Well, we also got like a little spotlight. What's crazy is today when I went to Waffle House, this girl had passed me her business card. And I was like, okay, girl, I see you out here doing big things. So I definitely want to shout out this person. She goes to Alabama A&M. So if you ever need your hair braided, or you looking for a style that's braided, and you want to look good for homecoming, or you want to look good for vacation, you're going out of town, you're going on a vacation, wherever you're going, make sure y'all book with J. Michelle A. Hair.
Michelle A. Hair.
Michelle A. I want to say Michelle A.
Michelle A.
Michelle A. Hair. I'm pronouncing that wrong.
Michelle A.
Try it to my head, not my heart, but I'm going to have the Instagram on here, and then we're going to make sure we put it in our bio on our YouTube, so y'all can make sure that y'all are description. We're going to put it in the description below on our YouTube. So y'all make sure y'all follow her and get book with her. Like, and I think, let me see. She even did a back to school. Like, she had like little special.
She got the little deals too.
Yeah,
you can't beat that.
Like, she really doing her thing.
No, I'm involved. I might get my little head in.
No, it's not getting there.
She can put them little things in me.
Anyways, if y'all need somebody that's out here,
Yeah, it look good too.
Yeah. Hey, you heard it.
Hey, she getting folks right.
You heard
hey,
it.
Fellas, she got the fellas too.
Yeah.
Hey,
Fellas, y'all looking to get y'all hair twisted, braided, however y'all want it.
Can't beat that.
She got you.
No lie. She gonna take care of you.
Look right. Ladies, them new braids there by the beginning. Yeah, she just did those.
I mean, it's a new braid out. It's a new braid.
Yeah, it's like a new style of braid.
Golly, I always got something new out here, man. I tell you.
So y'all just make sure when y'all go in there, y'all reading her policies, you're reading about how to book, which I think how you book is you basically text her and you book. So you use the text her, let her know what you looking for. You gotta see her policies. I think. Oh, she got what you looking for. Yeah, she got what you looking for. So if you looking for somebody that can do some braids and that you want a little style, you want to look good for the weekend, or you want something simple because you don't feel like doing your hair. Me, I feel that. Book with my girl. Follow her on Instagram. Share it with your friends.
Her work look good too. Like, that was my first time seeing her work. Her work look good. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. So shout out to her. Continue, girl, doing what you're doing, handing out your business cards, and letting people see it. Cause guess what? That's how you network. Word of mouth, free publicity. Like, people out here supporting. We gonna support the black businesses. So keep doing what you're doing, girl.